What's up? It's AK Babyface. Subscribe to Supporting Icons for the latest boxing news.
Right, with rumours that maybe Anthony Joshua will travel to New York at Madison Square Garden to take on Bib Baby Jarrell Miller, undefeated American heavyweight, on potentially June the 1st. But of course, all of this is still speculation. They're still talking with Dillian Whyte. We have to wait and see what happens. But let's just say that Anthony Joshua does take on Bib Baby Jarrell Miller. Now, I know a lot of people are unhappy with that fight. People say, well, Joshua should go fight Wilder. Joshua should go fight Fury. Well, how can Joshua fight these people if they're not willing to fight him? They're turning down 40%. 40% is huge, huge paydays. Huge paydays. Far more than these guys can make against each other. Now, if he does take on Bib Baby Jarrell Miller, this is an undefeated, top-rated heavyweight. Okay, Jarrell Miller is a tough man. You could say he's got no power. You could say whatever you like. But he throws more punches per round than any other heavyweight. Arguable between Adam Karnowski and Andy Ruiz Jr. also, but Bib Baby Jarrell Miller is a very tough test and somebody who will keep on pressurizing you. Pressure busts pipes, right? Now, why is it that Anthony Joshua has to do all the donkey work just so Wilder doesn't have to? What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that Deontay Wilder has not even cleaned up domestically yet. He's been cherry-picking his entire career. He got that belt, and who's he fought? He took on Tyson Fury when Tyson Fury wasn't ready, and look what Tyson Fury done to him. He beat Deontay Wilder. Listen, the record shows it's a draw, but we all know that Tyson Fury should have come home with that green and gold belt. Anyway, so why is it that Anthony Joshua, he has to take on all Deontay Wilder's domestic rivals? Because Wilder just isn't doing it. You could say, well, he's beating Gerald Washington. Right, okay. The same Gerald Washington that Bib Baby Jarrell Miller dogged and destroyed and bullied. You talk about the same Gerald Washington who Adam Karnowski this past weekend on the Thurman Lopez undercard, Adam Karnowski destroyed him, knocked him smooth out in 2 rounds. It took Wilder 5 rounds and he lost the first 3 quite handedly. And the referee put a stop to it when Wilder started doing the windmills. Wasn't even connecting with Gerald Washington. But he did fight a American heavyweight. Granted, okay? So that is one. But he was never a high-rated one, okay? You could say, well, Eric Molina. Okay, Eric Molina, okay, he has Mexican descent in that as well. But Joshua also beat Eric Molina. Okay, again, in half the time. So, Anthony Joshua, he takes on Charles Martin, an American heavyweight, a PBC fighter, IBF world champion. Had Deontay Wilder fought Charles Martin, he'd be unified champion right now, had he have won. And it's an easy fight to make, in-house fight, both of these guys, PBC, Al Heyman, right? But Wilder didn't do that, so Joshua did it. And he destroyed Charles Martin. Charles Martin quit in the middle of the ring, he couldn't take it after 2 rounds, okay? So he defeats one guy who, up until his fight with Adam Karnowski, was ranked in the top 10 of the WBC. So again, he was another option for Wilder. So Joshua has defeated Charles Martin. Joshua has also defeated Deontay Wilder's mandatory in Dominic Brazil. Again, another American who was also undefeated, much like Charles Martin. Why hasn't Deontay Wilder fought Dominic Brazil yet? Dominic Brazil has been mandatory for Wilder for 14 months now. Why? Because Wilder, he wanted to go fight Tyson Fury because he thought Tyson Fury was easy work. And he should have been easy work at that point. But Anthony Joshua has already defeated Dominic Brazil, so Wilder doesn't have to. And now if he goes over and takes on Bib Baby Jarrell Miller, that's another undefeated American heavyweight that Joshua has done the work for, that Wilder doesn't have to. So not only has Joshua cleaned up domestically, he's become British champion, Commonwealth champion, etc. And yes, he does have Dillian Whyte on his resume as well. I don't like talking about that fight. I'm a big Dillian Whyte fan, as you guys know. But listen, Dillian Whyte is number 1 in the WBC. But why is it that Wilder has not even cleaned up domestically? So let's just say that Jarrell Miller and Anthony Joshua do fight, and Anthony Joshua defeats him. Not only has Anthony Joshua travelled to defend his belt, which is something Wilder never has done, because you sure as hell, he ain't coming to the UK, is he, to defend his title against Tyson Fury, which is the right and decent thing to do. But he ain't going to do that. If he does and proves me wrong, excellent stuff. But it's unlikely, right? So Joshua would have not only defended his titles outside of the UK and actually travelled, but took on another American undefeated heavyweight. So who would be left? You're talking Adam Kownacki, who's Polish-American, okay, granted, or Andy Ruiz Jr., Mexican-American. That is it. Joshua has cleaned up American domestically when Wilder never did. And he's tried to fight Wilder. He's even offered him 40%. And he turned it down. Well, he didn't turn it down. He's not even responding. Because he's got a big yellow streak running straight up his back. Anyway, I thought that was quite interesting to know. For those who don't know, that Anthony Joshua is doing all the American heavyweight work just so Wilder doesn't have to. Yeah, people are moaning that Joshua's going to go fight, or potentially go fight, Bib Baby Jarrell Miller, an undefeated heavyweight. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.